Call of Duty was the biggest attempt to gain soldiers for recruitment, and it nearly got me killed. Here is why. Back when I was a kid, my mum bought me the first Call of Duty, and from that point on, a career path was etched into my skull, literally. Even after leaving the game behind, if it came down to the wire, I would see myself joining the forces. Now, the current state of warfare is bad. I'm not saying going into front lines is ever good, but we already have to go against tanks. Now, we got technology that can kill us without us having a clue what the fuck just happened. I've been watching these Russia versus Ukraine clips, and soldiers are getting killed by drones in the sky with no way of even being able to fight back.
There is no way to be alive after FPV drone hitting.
And another threat, glide bombs fitted with guidance systems allow Russian aircraft to attack from beyond the battlefield, literally gliding onto their target. They are turning Lipsy to dust.
Now the question is, why is COD brainwashing? In 2011, a man named Anders Breivik killed 77 people in Oslo, Norway. He's claimed that he trained for his attack by playing Call of Duty, led to the game briefly being removed from shelves. Now my guess is that this man was inspired by Modern Warfare 2, the train killings, and this is where extreme examples of effects of the game comes from. If the game wasn't causing effects, why would they take it off the shelves? Just remember, it's only a game, but is it? So I was reading this article from the Digital Trends from 2013, and a man named Steve that was a soldier and played the shooting games for himself said this: "I do definitely think those games influence young people to maybe join the military," says Steve. "People play them and get this impression that being a soldier is a cool job. They set those characters as being some sort of icon, very professional, very elite. I think that's mostly a good thing." The government definitely green flagged COD to boost the recruitment ratings. Is it bad? Yes, if you want to live, because you're not battling guns and tanks, you're battling drones you cannot see. Without games, kids won't care about war at all. It's all old footage and boring. If you change it into a game where you can play friends, play zombies, it's more appealing and the brainwashing sets in. These war games are not entirely fictional either, with options to play as Spetsnaz, a Russian military group, and NATO. Like this is real stuff, and they have brief cutscenes of presidents' assassinations that occurred in real life. Bro, like I never knew about Hitler until I played Cold War, literally. And this is like my first time back on COD in 3 years, and it feels weird because I played this every day non-stop as a kid. But back to the real problem. For people that don't know the real effects of war, World War One had around 50 million people die. No high-tech equipment except tanks, guns, grenades, and all the old-fashioned equipment. World War Two, total death toll is 60 million. Shit got out of hand with the US summoning Jimmy Neutron and creating the first atom bomb, killing over 40,000 people. In present day, 9 countries have atom bombs and are way worse, 10 times worse.
Like any conflict in the past 70 to 80 years, this war is not sustainable for either side.
On the front line in southern Ukraine, he says he repeatedly witnessed Russian forces using white phosphorus munitions.
It comes down extremely slow, but there's nothing you can do, and everything it touches just incinerates.
Including this incident.
Probably about 20 or 30 guys burning alive, and several gunshots, because there was nothing else they do. So a lot of guys have suicide pistols, and you'd hear them scream, and then they would say goodbye and then blow their own heads off.
So you actually heard 20 to 30 soldiers being burned alive by
Yes,
white
ma'am.
phosphorus?
Yes, ma'am.
And some of them committing suicide
Yes,
with their
ma'am.
own pistols?
Yes, ma'am.
That must have been horrific.
It's war. At least that's what I tell myself.
Something that looks like a firework can cause that much damage. And if you see that coming above, there's literally nothing you can do as well. How scary is that? Like, it's just unbelievable, man. And I highly doubt you can even hide from that, because that can literally burn through steel, and it can burn a human down to the bone. Now in 2024, if we was to have a war, and the advancement of technology and the state of men, the death toll would be over 540 million. I think because of the amount of nukes countries have, the more devastation. Now, if you was lucky and you managed to survive World War III, I'm sure the amount of PTSD you'd have, you would want to be dead anyway. Your whole daily life would be a battle in itself. And if it was to have gone nuclear, you'd be on your own after the war ends. The government keep pumping out these games, keep pumping out the movies to try and influence kids to try and join the army, but it's not really working because kids can see through it and they understand that the country is not worth dying for anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if they start killing people for not joining the army, and if that was the case, a lot of people will be dead. At one point in time, I seen an army advertisement about 10 times a day, and it was just like, you belong here, we need you. I don't belong on a battlefield fighting drones, ending up getting killed by something I didn't even get to see. Yeah, but that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more content like this, like and subscribe. Cheers. Peace.